What's up, everybody? Welcome to Big Joe Recovery, where you find yourself and create your journey in life, and especially in recovery. This is a beautiful hot day today. Yeah, I said that. Beautiful hot day, because I'm grateful to be alive today. So yeah, it's not the greatest that it's hot and humid today, but now it's nice and chill at Fernridge Park, one of my favorite parks in West Hartford. It's got the nice pool. Here's city pool, or I should say town pool. And just got out of work. You know, it's been a little chaotic. We got some new employees, training, and this, that, and the third, and top of being busy and great customer service. You know, doing our best, just like in recovery. I can only do my best, and that's team building. Trying to build a strong team. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm maybe lacking a little bit in certain areas, but I gotta remember, easy does it. Give myself a break, you know. So I want to talk about team building today a little bit. You know, and that's like building our positive network in recovery. And another thing came up that I had an interview with one of my new guys who's going to be starting with us, and he's familiar with recovery, and he's taking steps towards making change in his life. Actually, he's been taking steps. So I said, do you have a great support system or network in your life right now? Because without recovery, nothing else will come first. Recovery must come first. Without that, you'll fall back into old habits. And I talked about being uncomfortable to get comfortable. So coming into a new job, new environment, you're going to get pulled this way, that way, and this way, because you're trying to learn as much as you can. And to make sure you slow down. You're not going to learn everything in one day. You know, so I think team building is key to success, you know, and you got to be careful of which information you get from who. You know, make sure you double check, you know, like you cross your T's and dot your I's when you're writing a paper that's significant, that is going, you know, for proper documentation, maybe court or filling out a passport application, you know, any government document. You know, just covering your bases. So just want, you know, team building. You know, asking good questions, because that's huge. You want to make sure you don't develop a bad habit like we may have developed in the past, you know. And you can't get comfortable in developing that unless you're completely sure, and that's by asking questions, you know, talking to your supervisor, such as yours truly, or the owner. You know, and the proper channels. You know, we got captains in place. You know, chain of command. I just think when trying to build like that super team, you know, like the dream team from back in the day, MJ and all these guys. Who they had? Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, well, I can go on. But yeah, you know, because we want to give people, especially for their weddings, you know, not just our cafe, but our weddings, they're spending a huge amount of money, and we want to make sure they get the proper care for their special day. You know, make them feel like they're the only couple getting married, and we need to have a team in place for that. So one person's on this, one person's on that. You know, and it's great when you are actually part of someone's special day. You know, it's amazing. It's just like I get to smile every day by watching all these couples get married. You know, sometimes twice a day, a lot of times twice a day, especially on the weekends. And people come from all over, and I get to be one of the people that puts a smile on their face. Them and their whole party, you know, their whole wedding party. That's a great feeling. So that's more teamwork, you know, working with the couples and making sure that everything goes right. part of my operations position. So you got to manage the operation. So I don't know. What have you done to work with the team lately? Even like your family unit. Are you working on better communication with the family? Think of it that way. Building within your own. But like I said, getting uncomfortable to get comfortable. I have to branch out, and I'm going to make mistakes along the way. We all are. You got to get comfortable making mistakes. We only learn from those mistakes. And sometimes you don't even have to call them mistakes. It's just growing and learning, you know what I'm saying? Jeez, don't beat yourself up. That's the hardest thing we get. When we get uncomfortable, we're like, oh, are we doing this right? Or is this wrong? No, don't worry about it. Relax, chill. That's when you ask those questions. Oh, you're like, oh, okay. Sometimes we just got to tweak things a little bit. A little help here, a little help there. Being open-minded and willing to try new things, just like recovery. That's my favorite part of the program. I'm willing to try anything if I know it's going to be beneficial. If I know it's going to harm me, no, thank you. We've got to be self-aware. And even if you get that gut feeling, I trust that thing all the time. That's when I'll definitely ask really good questions. This doesn't seem right. What do you think about this? So, team building. Building that family together, I'm still working on it. I still got a lot of family to connect, on my father's side, who passed away. His death anniversary is coming up next month. That's a rough day for me, if y'all remember watching last year. But we're going to get through it. We don't let it hinder us. We take that and see how that's going to help the next person. That's what it's all about. That's what Big Joe Recovery is about, helping the next person. If I can shed some light on certain areas in life, I'm going to share my experience, strength, and hope to guide you there, Sometimes you don't have to go through the pain I went through. For instance, my father killing himself in July of 2007. And then me spiraling downwards, playing victim, feeling victim, and all that. I wasn't the victim. My dad made his own decision, I just dealt with it wrong. I learned what I did wrong, processed the proper way now, and now I'm living just fine. And now I can help people move forward in their lives if they've had a similar situation. We'll talk more about that when July comes, because I always like to spread the awareness and suicide prevention and all that good stuff. So, little free library. Pretty cool. Drop a book, grab a book. It's a great program. Do it in quite a few towns here. Windsor, West Hartford. A lot of towns are picking up on it. And it's good. Expand your horizons. A lot of self-help books in there. Anything that's going to help you grow. Ooh, what's this? Talk to me. Nice. Power failure. The inside story of the collapse of Enron. Yeah, check that. But you never know what you might find. There's some goodies in here. Lost and Found. America's Bitter Pill. What's that all about? Is that America's Bitter Pill. Money, politics, backroom deals, and the fight to fix our broken healthcare system. Ooh. Talk about that. Sheesh. Well, anyways, folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hey, if you hadn't heard it today, keep trucking. Keep going. Do what you do and do it a little better next day. God willing, tomorrow, my higher power wakes me up. I'm going to do just a little bit better than I did today. Go home and finish my night journal, because that works. That's how I grow. Journaling in the morning, journaling at night, and everything I do else in between. Got to do some step work. Got to contact my sponsor, Larry. Say what up. I got to do better at that. Recognizing what you have to do better at. That's how you grow. We all need to go. In some shape or form, we have something we all have to work on. You just got to be aware of that. I love y'all. Stay blessed. I'm proud of all y'all just doing it today. Do it again. And if you know somebody who's struggling, help them get up so they can do it. Let's get it. Be good, y'all.